Hi guys, Prodigy here, back with Wrestlemania 27 predictions, exclusive to forums.wrestlingsmarts.com for all the latest wrestling discussion, reviews, podcasts and news. So, I left halfway through the card and I'm listing my in order of my the matches I'm most looking forward to. And back we are, so let's start with Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the United States Championship. Sheamus is a current champion. He won the title against Daniel Bryan on Raw a few weeks ago after a losing streak. It's been a good few weeks for Sheamus, getting over after a bad spell. I don't know why the WWE producer Kevin Dunn doesn't like him, but he is back with the gold and is now a three-time champion in WWE, and I feel that this feud will be beneficial for him as it will help him improve his in-ring skills against a very experienced Daniel Bryan, who there's not really any explanation for. I think this match will be an exciting match as Daniel Bryan, he's got all the skills, more or less the technical wrestling skills, plus he's got great high-flying attributes, and you've got Sheamus, who is a powerhouse, but not only that, he's got a few flashy moves. I have watched his India stuff, and if these two are given the time, they will really put on a show. I think Sheamus will win the match, but this won't be the end of the feud, because I think Daniel Bryan is... I don't know why he hasn't done it sooner, but he'll be adopting a real American gimmick, true American gimmick, and he'll be fighting for the US title. On the sole fact that an Irishman is holding it, and Sheamus can gain more heat by saying he's the best in the country, that he's not even, and it's not even his nationality, he's holding a title, and he's like ruling over everyone with his bringing his king gimmick back into that. And I feel this will be beneficial for Daniel Bryan, especially because I do feel he needs a bit more crowd reaction. He needs his live reactions haven't been fantastic. I don't think he's not got much like cheers and pops. So this will be beneficial for him, and it'll keep Sheamus fresh and on our TV screen. So that's my thoughts on that match, and I do believe it will be a Sheamus win. So the next match that I'm going to look at is Edge versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match is of a slight interest to me. I don't know whether Alberto Del Rio was the right choice for the Royal Rumble winner in the end. I thought someone like CM Punk would have been more beneficial from it, but you know, it's WWE's choice, and it's kind of good that they're elevating, not necessarily a young star, because he is in his 30s, but it's a fresh face to the WWE, and it does seem like they are looking to push young stars with Miz in another main event, and fresh stars with Miz in another main event, and Alberto Del Rio in this main event. They do have the opportunity for Edge and Alberto Del Rio to work well. And there is, of course, the involvement of Brodus Clay and Christian. And, of course, Ricardo Rodriguez will probably get involved in some capacity. But I believe they won't. For Rodriguez and Brodus, it'll probably end with a spear or a kill switch. But I think Christian will have a huge involvement in this match, as in psychology-wise. It'll be pivotal in the ending as well. I think my prediction is that Alberto Del Rio will win the title after Christian inadvertently knocks Edge down with a chair or something like that, and Alberto Del Rio capitalises. And from that, a feud will spawn between the three for the title, which will eventually spawn off into a feud between Edge and Christian after Alberto Del Rio drops the title to them 2 months later. One of them 2 months later. And the only reason I'm saying that he's going to drop the title to one of them is because I don't see his gimmick as one that can draw for a long time. It's kind of bland. It's just like the same repetition all the time, like, my name is Alberto Del Rio. It's just, I won't say it's stupid, but it's just too repetitive. He says it too much. He needs to come back, have a good, maybe an Intercontinental Championship reign after he does drop it, and just work on his gimmick. I mean, the gimmick he's got is perfect, but the promos matching to go along with the gimmick, they're too similar. He needs to add more depth, more how would I explain this? More character to it, instead of saying the same things over and over. It needs to be passionate and really work the crowd more than ever before, instead of repeating the same stuff, because that can only work for one Vicky Guerrero. So that's about it for that match. So the next match, I'm going for this one now because I'm not thinking it's going to be the best of matches I don't think it's going to be the best of matches these two are going to have. It is Triple H versus The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. The reason why I'm saying that is because I believe these two are past the best, probably, and they are still recovering from injuries. There's a lot of scope for more injuries, so they're going to keep it very brawlish, like the match Kane and Undertaker had last year, I believe, because it is a no-holds-barred match. And I think the reason why they aren't mentioning the WrestleMania 17 match between the two, which was 10 years ago, because that was a no-holds-barred match, and that was a fucking brilliant match. So if it does, they've been mentioning it. If they were to have mentioned it, and this match was overshadowed by that, it'd be a bit disappointing. So I think they're not mentioning that for a reason, but it could be a good match. You never know. You got lots of spots in the crowd that you can think about, and of course the involvement of Shawn Michaels at some point, who's going to get involved near the finish. But I'll continue with what I was saying. There's going to obviously be a lot of near falls with it being a taker match. There is generally not a lot of near falls, like Triple H will probably kick out from a tombstone or something like that, and Undertaker will probably kick out of about 5 pedigrees. It's just going to be one of those near fall matches, and they might steal the finishes a few times. We haven't seen that for a lot recently, though we did see it at WrestleMania. No, we didn't end up seeing it, but it can happen, stealing finishes, but I'm not sure yet. But back to the Shawn Michaels involvement. I feel Shawn Michaels will make it an Undertaker win. Undertaker will go on 19-0, simply because of the fact I do not see Triple H winning, even though my cousin says it's set up for him to win. That promo might have suggested it, but the way I see it, Shawn Michaels is going to cost Triple H the match after getting jealous that Triple H is about to achieve what he couldn't achieve. And really, I don't think Triple H breaking the streak would do anything for his career, because who's to say that Triple H couldn't break the streak and then retire a few months later? And then The Undertaker retires with his streak broken, and Triple H just brags about breaking the streak. It's nonsensical. They need someone who will mean something to, who can go off it for the rest of the career, or a lot of the career. And for Triple H, he's not got much of his career left, so why have him end the streak? And regarding whether the streak will be broken, I don't think it will. I think next year, all being well, or the year after like he's had his annual injury, because everyone knows Undertaker gets injured every year, I think that he'll end out on 20-0. So on to the next match, which is, I've left this all the way to the second to last match. It is, of course, Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. And what a fucking great match this is going to be. If this match gets given enough time, this match has the opportunity to steal the show. Because I've always said this, Cody Rhodes is a talented wrestler. Forget Ted DiBiase, everyone was like, Ted DiBiase is going to be big, blah, blah, blah. But Cody Rhodes, if he was to put on a match with Ted DiBiase now, Cody Rhodes would outshine Ted DiBiase in that match. There is no doubt about it. He has got some great skills, and to be optimising them against one of the businesses, I can't believe I'm saying this, but one of the greats of the wrestling business, Rey Mysterio, it must be an honour for Cody Rhodes. And the two have good styles. Cody Rhodes has a lot of technical wrestling as well as a high flying style, and mixed with Rey Mysterio's Lucha Libre style, it could be a great one. And the build up to it as well. The build up to it has been fantastic. That's what's made me so interested in this match. You mean you've got minimal build up for other matches, and then you've got a great build up for this one. So I think this match will end with a Cody Rhodes win. Everyone's saying Rey Mysterio's going to win because he's a bitch backstage and whatever. But I don't think he's been a bitch with this, because he chose Cody Rhodes to have a feud with him. And if he's choosing Cody Rhodes to feud with him, that's a sign that he actually wants to put someone over. Because Cody Rhodes has the potential. He's obviously spotted potential. I spotted it a while ago. And Cody Rhodes has the potential to be big. So that's that match. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win it cleanly. And on to the final match. I've got just under 4 minutes to speak about it, so I'll try and get it done with quickly. It's The Miz versus John Cena. Excited for this match, I think. It's not going to be the best wrestling-wise, but if we've got the involvement of The Rock, it could be entertaining. The psychological aspects between them. I mean, I'm not bothered about a main event with lots of slow movement, as long as it's acting basically. The acting with the facial expression and everything, you get some good psychological confrontation in the ring, and the passion on the faces like Miz. It's been a quite good built feud. I'm a bit disappointed with the way Miz has been overshadowed, but over the past few weeks he has been getting his say over John Cena. But that makes me think for a second that because Miz has been trashing Cena and beating him, that Cena will do his overcome the odds thing and win. But don't forget that Cena ended with an FU on The Rock. So I think The Rock will interfere and cost Cena the match, as Cena's built all his momentum up, and The Rock just comes in and crushes it and starts a feud between the two. And not to forget that The Miz had a lot of burial off Cena a few years ago, and Cena completely buried him in his feud. There was no comeback for The Miz in that. So maybe it is the time for The Miz to overcome the odds and get the big win that he needs. He needs this win, because if he crashes at WrestleMania, where's he going to go from there? He's not going to be in the main event again for a while. So I think he needs to stay in there for a few more months and maybe drop the title at SummerSlam. And he's had a good, solid 6 or 7 month reign, I believe it will be. And yeah, so The Miz will win after a Rock interference, I believe. So that's my reviews, my predictions for WrestleMania 27. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're on YouTube viewing this, please post your responses in the comments box down there. Or you can visit this site, which is forums.wrestlingsmarks.net, for live WrestleMania discussion. There'll be guys like Troy, the administrator, online, and there's always a few others that drop in. I unfortunately cannot be on for WrestleMania, so I'll be watching Monday morning, and I will be posting either my reviews or my quick thoughts. I'm not sure of what I'm going to do yet, or my favourite matches, but you will hear from me from my WrestleMania views. So I thoroughly hope you enjoy WrestleMania tonight, wherever you're watching. Remember, forums.wrestlingsmarks.net is where it is for the discussions, nowhere else. And I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully be making another one soon. Peace.